What's up, y'all? I've been pacing around this room for 10 minutes thinking about life, and I was like, you know what, let me calm down, sit down and record it. I just had my second to last therapy meeting I'm gonna have all in college. Therapy program at my school, so I'm able to use that. I talked to someone through there. I've been talking to them since fall of 2023, like basically 3 years, and it's May 2026. They've heard me talk about a lot of stuff. A lot of the stuff that I've talked about has changed over time. It's just been making me think, you know, obviously as I'm about to graduate college, I've been thinking a lot about my evolution as a person. I feel like reflection is so weird, and this is hitting way harder than high school. High school, you know, I changed over time, and I feel like for the most part, I was a very similar person, but I just put myself in positions more so where I can enjoy life. And I feel the same way about my trajectory in college. Like I put myself in a position where I can enjoy life, but I feel like my change is way more drastic. And obviously that's part of growing up. It's just like when you have these moments of reflection, you think about change. It's just like what are we as humans? What am I if I can so constantly grow? And I'm like, I can say I'm this one day, and then my moral or my character or some of my values might be completely different next week. You know, not next week, literally, like next year. I know I'm being very vague, but I was just been thinking about how goodbyes are weird, how change is weird. Our life, we kind of structure our life like different chapters, almost like a book or a movie. You know, this is my college chapter, it's about to be over. And now this next chapter is just like trial run of being, a young 22 going to 23-year-old, living in New York, back home. Like, it's just a lot of stuff. Like, this is really going to be like the year of like, okay, like you're an adult now. This is like life. You're in life. It's weird, bro. It's weird how life is. Like, I think one of the weirdest parts of life is how you can grow without really seeing yourself grow. You know, I've talked to my therapist and she's seen me develop. She's seen me become more social. She's seen me become more relaxed, be able to handle my mental health and depression better, become more social. Like I said, just find more of a thrill or enjoyment out of life. I feel like on the one hand, I don't feel that different. Like I feel different, but I just feel more so like I expect less out of life. Not necessarily that I am different. You know, I don't expect, relationships to be the same. I don't expect, I feel like there's a part of me that's like a bit more pessimistic, but in a way that allows me to be optimistic. I don't know how to describe what I'm saying, but like as you become more aged and more withered, there's a part of you that stops imposing your own dreams and things on. Like you just start doing stuff. You just start living in the moment. And it's hard to let go of that hopeful dream, like kid-like version of yourself that has expectation of how the world should be and function. And like letting go of that, it sucks. Like no one wants to let go of their childlike self. But it's also like I feel like as I'm growing up and coming into myself and the person I'm gonna be for the future, even though I feel like I'm losing some of that childlike innocence, I'm becoming more stable. And so I guess it's all about like, what do I value more? Do I want to be on two ends of the spectrum where I'm like either so excited and like happy about life or so positive, and then one day I'm like negative and completely like baiting my existence if I want to continue on this planet? Or do I want to be somewhere in the middle? And I guess that middle would be peace. And I feel like I've been chasing peace a lot more lately, partially through substances, not crazy, but like, drinking and smoking. I'm also worried about as I'm graduating college, I'm saying goodbye to my friends. I'm going back home. There's a lot of people I know that live back home, but it's not going to be the same social dynamics. I didn't go to high school in my city. I went to boarding school, so now all my friends live back home. Also, it's just like saying bye to the friends that I know here at college. So I'm not going to see them as frequently. Like I'm confident in my ability to keep in touch with people. I don't always trust everyone else's ability to keep in touch. And this is going to be my first time in life where I'm not in a bubble, like a school academic bubble. This is life, bro. Like I'm really just gonna be forced to like navigate and figure out everything. I'm still gonna have fun. I'm still gonna go out. I'm still gonna make money. I can still do my creative stuff. I can still enjoy the world. I feel like this is one of the first times in my life where I really feel lost or directionless. Freshman year, summer 2023. My girlfriend had broken up with me like 6 months prior. I didn't know if I liked my school that much. I had a friend group, but not that much. I was just like questioning life a lot. And like that summer I started to come into a lot of realizations. Okay, like this is what I want to do physically. This is my goals. I started to set a lot of goals. I had in my journal, I wrote, okay, you're going to do this next year. You're going to join this many clubs. You're going to try to get this many jobs, internships. You're going to, I started really becoming goal oriented that summer. But there's also a lot of exploration that happened in terms of me just putting myself in the world just to feel alive because of everything I was going on in my life. There's also family stuff going on, like family drama. A lot of those situations forced me to kind of come to realizations of like, I'm not just existing. I place so much judgment on my own existence instead of just being. That summer I started going outside a lot. Like it'd be a Tuesday morning, I'm just at the beach. Or Monday, I'm at Washington Square Park. Wednesday, I'm just going to a thrift store in Brooklyn. Like just doing random stuff to feel alive. I started getting back into videos a lot at that time because I felt like I needed to latch onto something. It was hard because especially a lot of stuff I was doing was because of the anxiety and depression I was feeling at that time in my life. Why is my friend calling me now? Hold on. This is good, Crest Monster.
Yo, no quiero car.
That's my friend Miles. I love that guy, bro. Partly why I love Miles, I don't want to go into too much in his business, but he's not in school right now. And so he is presented with a world outside of this academic bubble. It's like a big contrast, but it also reminds me of how like different life can be. I feel like sometimes a lot of people, especially in this school, forget how many paths you have. Like it's not all one way. I'm just here, bro. Like, I feel like I'm just existing. Bro, I'm the biggest procrastinator, but I also have this delusional optimism that like everything will be fine. And I don't know why, because it shouldn't be fine, bro. Also, bro, I want to make a whole nother video, but like I haven't indulged in PML, porn masturbation orgasm, in like how many weeks? It's gonna be 6 weeks soon. This isn't crazy. It's weird. I'm gonna make a whole nother video about that, but like I'm just in a weird stage of life right now, especially since spring break. Because I had so many expectations for the end of the year of like, okay, I gotta talk to this girl before I leave. I gotta do this socially before I leave. I gotta do this in class. I gotta do this creatively, YouTube wise, money wise. But now I'm like accepted, like a lot of the stuff I wanted to happen is gonna happen. I'm gonna graduate in less than 2 weeks, and that's fine, bro. It's fine to not have everything go like picture perfect. That's life, and that's part of the excitement, is that I don't have control over everything, only myself, and I can't be mad if I try, you know. But you know, I don't know, bro. I love you though. I love you, Amari. I love the audience, and I gotta go. Breathe, stay calm, it'll all be fine. Deuces.